Okay, let's start by first of all, could you like tell me a little bit about yourself? Starts from who you are, okay? Okay, so your name first.
Okay, so my name is I'm gonna give you full name. So my name is Pavadi Pasawat, and my nickname is Nuk. And I was born and raised in Laos. Really, since I live in Laos for 16 years, and then I got a full scholarship to study in Singapore for my high school degree.
Wow.
And then after I finished my high school degree, I also got a full funded scholarship to study in the US for my bachelor degree for 4 years. And I graduated in 2019. And after I graduated for about 2 months or 3 months, let's say, I got a job offered. And right now I am working as a sustainability coordinator in the local institution here in North Carolina.
Wow. So how long have you been living in the US?
I think since 2015, so about 5 years.
Yes. So you just said that, so you are studying the university in the US, right?
Yes, sir.
So in which university again?
Is my university called Methodist University. Is located in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Where I'm actually living right now.
What is your major there?
Environmental and occupational management.
Okay. So you go for the full scholarship that you just said that?
Yes, that's correct.
This means for free for everything?
Yes.
Wow. So how did you get that scholarship? So if people who are watching this road there seeking like they're the scholarship seeker, so how could they get that scholarship?
Absolutely. Let me start with back to when I was in high school.
Okay.
So my scholarship that I got to go to Singapore to study for my high school degree is called United World College.
Yeah.
So this scholarship, they allowed, students from different countries, different backgrounds to come together and study in their own mission and values that they have. So United World College, we have about, correct me, maybe probably about 17 colleges around the world. They have one in Japan, they have one in Thailand, they have one in Singapore, really in China, really everywhere in 17 countries. And fortunately, I got that scholarship to study in Singapore for 2 years, which is grade 11 and 12. If in Laos, it's going to be like more hope and more jet.
Okay, sorry for interrupt you. So that's when you was in Laos, you were studying the high school in Laos, right?
Yeah, so before before I was studying
in which school?
Saiseta High School. It's a public school.
I would like to go back to back then. So how did you get to study high school in Singapore? It's tougher, I guess.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So really back to when I was 14 years old, they have this program, is an exchange program in Japan. So I had an opportunity to go to Japan and did an exchange program. Really, again, it's about environmental issue from Southeast Asia. So after that, of course, my English wasn't this good. I was just know how to communicate and not as outspoken person. So after I came back, so I did my exchange program for 3 weeks, and then I came back to Laos, and that trip was inspired me that hey, I really want to go study abroad. So after then, I was a scholarship hunter. So I hunt any scholarships that allow me to go study abroad. So pass the first round, fail the second round, pass the first, second, and fail at the end. But I never gave up. So luckily 2 years later, 2013, I found this scholarship that I mentioned is United World College that is the first scholarship that they offer to young Lao students. And the requirement was they want a female to go study in Singapore. So I was like, I am this age,
So,
and
yeah,
everything
wow.
was
So
you know, it's
that's your chance. Okay.
yeah, it's matched my desire. So I applied, and it turned out that I was one of the top 9, I believe, from every school that applied for this scholarship. And we went for the final round, which is their interview round. And I met people from Vientiane High School or Khon Sawan High School or any international school in Laos. And I believe I was the only person who came from a public school.
Okay.
I was like, oh
Wow.
God,
That's
they're
awesome.
so scared. Like I was like, okay, their English must be really good.
Wow.
Of course, they are like an outstanding student.
Yes, that. Okay.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm the only person. I said, okay. And before that, my mom dropped me off, and she said, whatever happened, just have fun. And let's say at the end of the day, if you didn't get the offer, at least you get an experience out of that.
Yes, okay.
I said, okay, I'm gonna do my best. So, I went from the morning into the evening, and then the committee said, okay, we will contact you back in about a week if
and you get
any
that.
of you got any offer. Yeah. So a week later, they couldn't contact me because my phone was broken. They called my mom. They called my mom, and my mom was burst in tears.
Yeah.
And then she called me like, Nook, I can't believe this. You got a scholarship offer.
You did it, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I was burst in tears as well because I can't believe that my dream comes true. So so that process, went to study in Singapore for 2 years. It was my first time ever that attending international school, where I met people from around the world, different culture from different backgrounds. I still had English barrier where I could communicate, and it's the first time to attending English lecture where everything was communicating in English. So the first week was tough, but luckily I have friends who has been always a good friends until now, helping me with my English skill. And also the teachers over there, they were so nice. So I told them, hey, this is first time attending international school, and my English is not that good. Can you please help me the extra hour, helping me with what we learned today, and explain me more of the way of how to understand classes and lecturings and stuff like that. So for after 2 years, I think that's a very good preparation for me to come to the US. So back to the scholarship that you were mentioning. For this scholarship, it actually, I would tell my friends who are watching right now, young students, United World College is a scholarship for high school students, which is, I mentioned, is for grade 11 and 12, for Mohok and Mojet, for students who want to study abroad. And after the scholarship, this United World Scholarship, they also have another scholarship called David Scholarship, where he will support students who graduated from United World College go to study in the US. So he had put this scholarship in different school in the US. So some school may offer you partially, or some school may offer you 80%, but my school, Methodist University, they offered me 100%, where it's 50% from Mr. David and 50% from my school. So luckily I accepted this scholarship and learned for 4 years, make friends and connections, and here I am working in the US.
Okay, so throughout your success, I would ask that how English is important to your journey to the US.
Oh wow, it's very, very, very important. English is a universal language, I would say.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, if you know English, I think you're all on this in the same place. Yeah, you're in the same place, you know English. So yes, the journey of English for me to come to the US really, again, like study in Singapore for 2 years is really a good preparation for me to travel to the US, not just like in English itself, but the way how like education system here in the US as well, because in Singapore, as I said, it's an international school, so their education system is literally like an international system.
So does they use all English in their curriculum in the high school? So I mean, you were studying in high school in Laos and moved to Singapore. So back then, so how big difference between the two education systems?
Wow, it's really different. Of course, in Laos, the teachers, you write on the board, teach you this and that, and you had to write down the notes. Back when I was in high school, of course, the teacher doesn't have to write everything on the board, but he or she has a PowerPoint where they will teach you. The one thing that they is outstanding for me is they are not trying to let their student take notes while they are teaching.
That's true.
Because they want you to pay attention for their explanation. But the reason is because they already have the PowerPoint or the program that they have, so they will share that document with their students. So then the student can come back home and look at the PowerPoint or anything that they were teaching us in the class. And what I did back then, of course, I couldn't catch every word that the student were teaching me. So I did a voice record on my phone, and I just pay attention in class. If something that really important, I just note down in my notebook, and come back home, go back to that PowerPoint again, listen to the video recorded or the voice recorded, and then go through my notes.
So like you are an industrial student, okay? You are an industrial student, okay?
Yes, it's because because I never attended international. Once again, never attending international school, and that system is like international system. So from Laos to Singapore is like totally different. Not just education, but is the way they live, the way the culture obviously is also different. Plus I surrounded with the people from different backgrounds, so it's a lot of things for me to learn and absorb back then.
So I would like to move to ask more about your university in the US. Okay. So how many the Laos students there?
Well, from my high school, I would say I was a first person, a first student from Laos.
Okay, so what do you think do you like most in the US or where you are living now?
I would say it's a freedom. Like you can do, not saying anything. Of course, you can do anything, the legally one. Of course, so I like the way when they don't judge you the way you look. They don't judge you even though, like for example.
I think that's happened in every country with our Laos and Thai. Okay, in other countries they do like that. The culture, no one judges the way that you are looking and the way that you live. Okay.
Like especially, let's say like in English. So right now I'm still saying I'm not a good English speaker. I still have some, grammar error, that's fine because
no one cares.
So like, when I first got here, I also told, friends and teachers and, my partner said, hey, English is not my first language, and literally is my third language. So if I, say something wrong or, something impolite or something, if you catch any grammar error, please correct me. So I just like that point where people, willing to help you here. And according to the culture is US is a land of freedom, so you can do anything, and your voice has been heard in the US. So
wow. So actually English is my fourth language.
Wow, look at you. You're a smart beans, I'm telling you.
So that's it. So I think I really don't care about my mistakes. So I made a lot of mistakes in the past. I grew up from that, and I really don't care. So as long as they understand me, so that's really okay. Okay. So now I think the last part, okay, that would be really benefit to the watcher, to the viewer. Please share your study habits or how to do well like you in your careers. From if the people are watching now, they are in high school, they want to get to Singapore or want to go to the US or another country, means studying abroad and live abroad. So how can do that? So what is your recommendation on that?
Well, yes. So first of all, you have to study harder than other people. If they study 10%, you need to do double or triple of that.
Wow.
Because by your heart that English is your barrier, then you have to be better, otherwise you would not be completed with be like other people. So my habit back in high school or even back in college, really, I like to study with it depends on the subject too, but most likely I like to study with the group because especially with the same students or the same friends that taking the same classes, because let's say if you understand this point, you can ask your friends. If you know this, you can share with your friends, and sometimes you have to give yourself a time to study by yourself as well. And again, don't be afraid to ask a question in class. I know not in Laos, but like back when I was in Laos, I was so scared to raise my hand and ask my teachers questions about anything. But here back in the US, there is no right or wrong questions. There's no dumb questions, let's put it that way. Everything is based on your opinions. And again, everybody has his or her own opinion. So don't be afraid to ask and share your thoughts in any subject. And again, if you don't understand anything, don't act like you know stuff. Just raise your hand, ask professor, and get the right answer, really. And again, don't be isolated from other people. Go out, learn from other people, because again, different people have different perspective. You may learn something from that person, or you may learn another thing from that person. Just go out, talk to people. Don't be afraid to let that person correct your mistake. And last but not least, be confident. Because if you don't have any confidence, I think you will not be able to do anything.
Wow, okay.
So just be confident, just go forward, jump out from your comfort zone, and you will be successful.
Wow, so that's really do wonders for the people who are watching now. So the last question would be, so if you knew nothing about English now, so what would you do to learn English again?
Good question. Well, I would right now, like your Facebook page or even your YouTube teaching English online. And right now I'm also like doing, I have my Facebook page as well, where I teach people American English. So right now, the internet is one of the source that people can access in anywhere. I know there's exceptional like in rural area, but if you have an access to the internet, I think go out and go to online sources and learn English from Facebook page, YouTube, or anything. If I have no knowledge about English, I would do the same. I would go to English pages, learn how to practice, talk about, learn whatever that online sources is teaching. In the past, I also taught my, fans on how to pronounce the consonant diagrams. So I also have like I selected only 10 people, I think maybe 5 if I'm not wrong, 5 people to teach them how to pronounce or learn about the consonant diagrams. So reach out to that free sources and learn English from that. And I know in Laos we have a lot of foreigners in Laos still.
Yes, for sure.
So go out and talk to them and practice. Again, practice is the key. Keep practicing until you become a better English speaker. So yeah, I would leave it like that. And if anybody want to search about scholarship, Facebook again is a source that you can find scholarship opportunities. And if one thing actually I learned from the past is, let's say if you want to study in Canada, or you want to study in US, or you want to study in Japan, go to their website, like the embassy website, and they would have that scholarship offers in their websites as well. So again, think about what country that you want to go to study, and go to their website and look through it. And I think right now, scholarship opportunities is like everywhere from every country in the around the world. So do that opportunities, do a lot of searching, keep practicing, be confident.
Okay.
Yeah, no fears.
So so the last but not least is the people who are watching this, or they're curious to know your Facebook page, your YouTube channel. Please show them. Okay, how do you spell your Facebook page name first?
Okay, so I have 3 social media, but the main thing that I'm most active right now is Facebook and YouTube. So 3 social medias have the same name. So it's Miss Nookie P. So MS.NOOKY space P, Miss Nookie P. So you can search it on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. My name should pop up.
So you are
and again, if any friends have any question about English, I am more than welcome to answer the question.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. So really good to speak to you today. Okay, I hope to speak to you more in the future. Okay, I hope to see you one day in.
Yeah, actually, I have one question for you. I know you have a lot of followers on your page. So how long have you been, creating this page?
So I have been started since I was in Vietnam in October 2018, I guess. So it's about 2 years now, 2 year times. Back then, so my English was extremely poor, I would say that. So I get all the unkind comment, all the people are judge my English, my accent. So that's growing me up now. So I learned from that. So I'm trying to work now, like what's my purpose is to teach the student in higher level of English. Especially we move to the IELTS. I have another question. Have you been taken the IELTS exam?
The IELTS exam?
Yeah.
I had back in high school.
In high school.
Back in high school. So it was 5 years ago. Yeah. So since then I haven't taken any. But yeah.
I'm planning to do that in next 6 months, I think. So I'm not confident yet now. So I'm still working on that. And yes, and we will like in here, I think so like a lot of from the bank institute, they invite me to partner with them to work to enhance more about the English and how the people learning English. I think we will talk about them in very near future, I think.
Yeah, I know there is a lot of, once again, there is a YouTube page or something on
yeah, I get that. But yeah, the quality is very low. Okay, I guess that.
Okay.
So I have followed them. So even they don't know so when we speak English, people usually judge already the accent. But the reality is definitely not. When you go abroad, you must realize that. So you are living in abroad, so you get that. English is we don't focus on the one specific accent.
Right.
Because the word that you can use, the advanced level, you can use the complex structure in your sentence. You can produce longer answer, your fluencies, your grammar. So who judge the accents? Only the pre-intermediate students or intermediate students, they think the accent is important. That's definitely not.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Again, right now I still have a loud accent. Nobody judge me. Everybody understand me. Why? Because I think one thing is important is your pronunciation. If you pronounce it correctly, everybody understand your English. Because accent, it doesn't matter at all. Because in English country itself, it has different accent. You have southern accent, you have a northern accent, you have a central accent. Just like in Laos, we have a southern accent.
Yeah, I get that.
Northern accent. Really, all matters is your pronunciation. You pronounce it correctly. English is just a piece of cake.
Yeah, I get that.
I'll leave it like that. So accent again. I mean, you understand correctly that accent is not a key. It's not the key. So so use that to inspire your students.
So now it's quite about nearly 70 students for this term, I guess that.
Wow.
But it's not the point. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to learn from them much. So I haven't yet to start to do about the business. I still enjoy about learning English. So my purpose is to score band 9 in the IELTS exam, but maybe in the foreseeable future, I think, but not far. I will try to get that. I have been putting the massive efforts on how the way I going to enhance my English skills.
Yes.
So
are you the only teacher there teaching 70 students?
Yes, I get that.
Oh, wow.
So I work, from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Yeah, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
That is more than 8 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, my I look up to Elon Musk. Okay, so I used to follow his schedule of work. So he worked maybe about 100 hours a week. So try to do that in one day. Okay,
that is a lot.
Yes, definitely. So if you are doing what you love, so it doesn't matter how long or that's you go that. So
I agreed. Wow. And your name is Sangkam, right?
Yeah. Actually, my that's my full name. Actually, when I was a high school student, I used to take part in the good student contest, in national good student contest in chemistry. So, but I would say I failed in the national, but I was the top one in my province, from Champasak province, in chemistry. So that I get the scholarship to study medicine in Vietnam. But that one was, I don't know why, so it didn't answer my future. So what I want to do is different. I want more to be a doctor is not the bad thing. Yeah, really cool. So you can make a lot of money, that's true, but it's not really my thing.
It is not your passion. It's not your thing. Just like before, I want to study economics or become an economist. And then, I was like, I came back to after learning classes, and then I was like, oh, I want to be a politician. And I was like, nah, that's not me. How about lawyer? That's not me. And here I am, environmentalist. And I love doing it, and I'm not regret. I'm not regret it. So So yeah, so thank you for
Yeah.
reaching out to me and please keep in touch.
Okay.
If I have anything, I absolutely will reach out to you as well. And my page is pretty small, so
No,
it
that's
has
nothing.
little
Yes,
tiny
we
tiny
can
people.
help you to grow that. Okay, maybe you get more followers from now. So yes, you
Thanks.
can share your that. You can share your
Yeah,
page.
so if I'm in Laos, we definitely need to meet up, get some
Wow.
coffee
Yes.
or
Yes. For
something.
sure.
Yes.
Okay.
I would love to visit your classes,
Just inform me.
talk to your students.
Just inform me. Okay, when you
Yes,
back here.
absolutely, I would do
Wow.
that.
Okay. Yeah. So again, so we have to say thank yous for it's quite late, so now I need to have a shower and go to bed, I guess.
Okay, all right.
Tomorrow I have my class because at the weekend I do have my class with, and tomorrow is Sundays for me, but
Yes.
and what about you? Sunday?
It's tomorrow. Yeah, it's Sunday. It just we
Okay.
are like 11 hours ahead. You are in 11 hours ahead.
Okay.
So I'm in the morning, you're at night, and when you are in the morning, I'm at night. So
Okay, so thank you so much for today. Okay, so enjoy your day there. Okay.
Yes, you too, and you have a great night.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.